So I may be biased, but Dr. Almond was my mentor, of course, in veterinary school. And he's very passionate about students and advocating, especially for swine-interested students, because there's just not as many opportunities for those in the veterinary curriculum. And so we needed that vocal person at the university, right, to get us opportunities, especially outside of the four walls of the classroom.
I was originally in Ontario. I went to the University of Guelph and then the Ontario Veterinary College. I practiced for 4 years in southern Alberta in Canada, started in beef and got switched over to working with pigs. The cold Canadian winters convinced me that the pig barns are better to work in. But I came down here in 1984 to do a PhD. At the time, in the pork industry in North Carolina was just starting to grow like crazy. Got involved with the pork industry and did my PhD, completed it in 87, 88, and I've been here ever since.
Well, I think as we think about Dr. Almond and the W.W. Shay Award, you know, Glen's one of those people that's really served the pork industry in North Carolina for a very long time. You know, not just through his involvement with the North Carolina Pork Council and the association and the committees, and at the national level has worked with animal welfare and swine health, but, you know, real important research projects, just a tremendous collaborator. You know, we work with him in the College of Ag and Life Sciences as a partner with CVM on collaborative projects. You know, I know everybody knows Glen from his training of swine veterinarians. Probably people aren't as familiar that, you know, most of the graduate students we've trained in swine management, Glen's been on their graduate committees as well. He's just one of those people that's helped define a whole generation of leaders in the industry today.
And over the years, the students had come through our program, wanted to do swine, and it's worked out very well. That back in the 80s and even the early 90s, and especially now since 2000 onward, is to see how well those students do. And we've been quite fortunate to have some excellent students that have ended up in the pork industry. And now it's part of our network, and our current students, I can phone our alumni and say, I have this student that's very interested in swine, and it just builds and builds on itself.
When you ask him about his success, he does say his success is because of the success of his students. And he really has reaches outside of North Carolina, with a third of the breeding swine in the U.S. actually have caretakers and veterinarians involved in their care and welfare that have come from his mentorship and come from NC State.
As they continue to grow, they've started now, well, they have many vets within their different companies who I would consider top quality veterinarians. And so yes, it's been a fun 30-year ride, but I'm having too much fun. I've got students all the way first year, second, third year, and I've got 2 undergrads that are really focused on swine, and I just want to...
That's at least 5 more years in for you.
Yeah, I guess.
You want to follow them through.
Yeah, I will, and they're showing the right interest, attitude, dedication. As long as I'm there, I'm going to watch out for them and hopefully advance their careers. And at the same time, I'm going to be helping the pork industry. I want to thank my students over the years and for their support over the last 30 some odd years. They've been a joy to work with, and a joy to, I consider, as colleagues and professionals all the way through.
And when you think of NC State and swine medicine, you think of Dr. Glen Almond.